Hello and welcome to the JamGrows YouTube channel. This is the channel where I document my allotment journey in the hopes to become self-sufficient regarding growing my own food. In today's video, doing something slightly different. I'm going to be doing a June allotment tour and show you everything that's going on from start to finish. Today I'm actually joined by Danielle and Eddie. Ooh. Danielle's just doing a little bit of work on this bed, getting some preparation done. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to be doing an allotment tour from start to finish on both of the plots. So let's go. So we're starting off today near the badger set. Now why am I starting off near the badger set? You can't really see it anymore because it's so overgrown, but there's been some action. So there was a massive hole here, but it weren't going into like a burrow or anything. And we put that slab over it because every time I come over it, I end up falling down it. So I didn't fall down it, we put the slab on it, but today I've come down and there's been some action. I'll lift it up and have a look. I don't think it goes in very far, but oh wow. There's a big ant's nest under there now, look. Oh, there's loads of them about. Wow. Yeah, there we go. Someone's been digging up this, making the hole even bigger. That's going to be annoying to get around with the mower. You can see where it's come in right there. So next we'll go to the little orchard area. Now I've got a problem with my apple tree, which I mentioned last video. I haven't really seen any advice on it yet because I'm literally uploading it as we speak, but I don't know if you can see up there. There's literal caterpillars all over that apple. They're everywhere, man. They're eating all the apples. It's not looking good for my apple tree. We've got the apple tree, the pear tree. Pear tree's looking all right. You can see some actual pears up there. Right there. And then we've got the little cherry tree that's still alive that I got given from my allotment neighbour. That's pretty good. Very skeptical that the apple tree is going to survive though. I don't know what's going to happen. I have no idea. I also need to cut these down because you only allowed them 5 meters. I think perhaps that pear tree is taller than 5 meters, maybe. So then we've got this area, a little storage area. Obviously this, that I covered up. Some of you might have seen it in a previous video. It's a good idea to keep stuff covered up, keep the weeds down. And I've got this bed, which I've currently just got onions in right here, and there's a potato popping up right there. Middle one's got nothing in, and then I've still got to finish clearing up that bed right there. I've still not decided what to do with this little area, but I think my plan of action is going to be this. So we've got this platform, which I think I'm going to move this platform to just behind here on this area. So I'll have the platform there, and then obviously this area will be clear, and then I'll be able to cover it over, kill all the grass off, and then I'll have this into another bed at some point. But it's just being used as storage at the minute, that is. So that's not very good. Under there, I think the last chap who had this had sweet corn growing in here. But I just had to trim everything down because it was getting massive. As we come over here, we've got the fire pit area. The ring's actually worked out quite nice. You can't really see it that much. You can see it a little bit. It's worked out all right. There's Ed. We've got obviously the fire barrel, and then the mint's still in the ground. Still need to get that out. And beyond that, we've got the little, I call it the woodworking chilling area, because originally I made that so we can sit next to the fire. But I found it quite good to do a little bit of woodwork on. So in this cage right here, I've got my gold fleece sweet corn. That's doing all right now. It's picked up so much. Also got some rhubarb, and right in the back corner over there is some raspberries, and some of the raspberries seem to be ready, the ones at the back anyway, so I'll be able to harvest those. And that's everything in this specific cage. It's quite a good cage actually. It's quite tall, quite useful. Re-netted it and stuff, fixed it up, so yeah, it's come in handy. And I've put these boards around to protect it a little bit more. Fingers crossed that'll offer enough protection. Well, actually, I originally put them on to keep the heat in. But yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to leave them on for protection now. Next to this cage over here, I've got an unweeded strawberry bed, which we have got some strawberries on. The net's kind of come off a little bit. But yeah, unweeded, completely unweeded. I haven't had time to do it. I keep saying I needed to do it, but I just never got round to doing it. We got a gooseberry bush right there with some gooseberries growing. We've got another kind of fruit right here. Don't know what these are actually. Maybe they are gooseberries. Maybe it's 2 gooseberry bushes, but look at them. Wow, there's loads. And then we've got raspberries all at the front as well. And literally, since the other day when I chopped these down, look how much these brambles have grown. They are so annoying. Really, really annoying. I literally got most of them down. And now they've already regrown so much. My plan, of course, is to take out all of those blackberries there, because they're just annoying and they grow too much. And I've got loads of blackberries around the allotment anyway. So specifically, all of them. Technically, well, I don't know if they're being left in, but I should be able to get loads of blackberries from there anyway. So I'm not really worried about the blackberries. I'm more worried about keeping on top of things so they don't get massively overgrown. Because you can leave it a couple of days and boom, everything's just crazy. So next to that cage, we've got the littler, squarer cage, but it's bigger. So it's just smaller like that. In here, I've got a few bits. Let's go in and I'll show you what I've got. Oh, I've got a lot of weeds growing in here for starters. Seems like only yesterday when I weeded this place. And they're all coming back with vengeance. I'll get on this at some point. We've got some kale, which actually we'll probably get a few leaves of these now. Actually, that's nice. One of them failed, so I pulled it out. But I've got some. These are Nero kales. Got some scarlet kale, which by the looks of things, the seed pods are coming. So that's quite nice. That's why I've left that in. Got a couple of lettuces. I actually got some shallots in here that are going to seed as well, which I didn't think they would do. I'm not really bothered about losing these because I actually got these out my cupboard. And by the looks of things, a lot of them have died down. So I think I just got them in maybe too late. I don't know how long they was in my cupboard for, but I basically just did a test. They did grow, but not too well. Now they're producing seeds. Got a little potato there that's obviously been planted here at some point. And then we've got some more Nero kale at the back. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Nero kales there, which is pretty nice. And all this side is actually purple sprouting broccoli. Some are doing better than the others. Some have completely died off apparently. There are some bits actually growing on it right now, which is way smaller than, these are way smaller plants than last time. Got some aphids on that one. Yeah, I mean, look at that one. That's got a little bit weird. So we'll have to see how this goes. But they was way bigger last time when I planted these. They got so big. And then, yeah, we got some quite good heads on them actually. But this time it's seemingly a little bit different. But yeah, massive weeding needs to be done in here. 100%. So that's what was in that box. Now we'll go to this side of the allotment. Right here, I've got my pumpkin patch. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pumpkins in there at the minute. Also needs a little bit of a weed. Can see some stragglers of some potatoes in there as well. Next to this one, we got onions, both white onions and red onions. Some of my red onions have gone to seed. And I still haven't had the opportunity to weed this yet. I'll definitely get around to it at some point. Got a few more onions in here and then an empty bed, but I've got it covered up so the weeds don't grow. That's definitely the best course of action whilst you're not using the beds, I've learned. Or you just have to keep on top of too much. I've got a plan for this little area. I've got some bits going in, so just waiting for the time. Probably in the next video actually. Got a lot going in at the minute. Next to that bed, we've got the strawberry bed. Very productive. You can just see how many strawberries we've got all the way through here. You can see all these little bits of red. Lovely, lovely amount of strawberries. Thing is, we've just had a harvest of these as well, so we've got so many, so we're gonna have to store a lot of them. But yeah, they're doing really well. In these 2 buckets, I've got me horseradish. These are actually not doing that well. Haven't weeded them that much this year, so there's a lot of weeds in here, so I could do with giving these a really good weed. So yeah, I've definitely got to get into that. Got a lot of damaged leaves on these as well, from something eating them. But this one seems to be doing a little bit better. We'll probably be able to get a few roots of this. Yeah, and the reason I got it in the buckets because it's quite invasive. Didn't want it to spread everywhere. Next to them buckets, we got another bed. Got this frame up. Need to get some netting on it, which is definitely another job that I'm getting done. We're gonna have more brassicas in there. Gonna have red cabbages. Obviously a few weeds are popping up everywhere, but in here I've actually got a couple of things. This is technically another bed, I'd guess, because that's gonna be one. And then here we've got butternut squash. I think it's butternut squash. And then a butternut squash in there, or summer squash. I can't remember what they were. I think they're butternut. I think they're butternut squash. But they're really nice anyway, so really tasty. So I've got 2 of them in there, and I'm hoping they'll grow into each other, but as you can see, this one is not doing very well since I put it out. Definitely been hit. And then beyond this, which I'm using as a little bit of a wood storage, my idea was to keep some of the weeds down with the wood, but it didn't really work so well because, as you can see, all that's coming through. We got raspberries. No, not raspberries, blackberries. You know, these are really big, sour blackberries, so they're not like your standard ones that you get. But you can see they're absolutely full. So we'll definitely get some of these for sure. I think this is a dogwood tree. I think I remember someone saying in the comments, but this is really picked up since I got this plot. It was only like here. Now it's gone blowing out everywhere. It's nice. I don't know if it makes fruit or if it's just a tree. Not 100% sure. And that is the allotment tour on that plot complete. Now we've just got this plot, which I'll show you. So we're just going to go over the path. We've got the nice chilling area. Let me show you. So yeah, like I said, this is the chilling area. I'm glad what I did was cardboard it and then wood chip it. I'm glad I did that because this was a pain last year trying to keep on top of it. There's only a few little bits here and there now. So I definitely recommend the wood chip or just cardboarding it, keeping stuff down. Right here I've got my very own rhubarb that I planted last year, and it's actually picked up this year a little bit. It was really badly struggling. I thought it was going to die, but yeah, it turned out all right in the end. Obviously, got a bit of damage on it, but not doing any harvesting of it from this year anyway. Now, before we get onto them 2 beds, we'll go into the wild area. This is just a little area for a bit of biodiversity, you know, get some wildlife in the allotment. This is a new section. It's gone a bit overgrown and stuff, but there is flowers coming out, as you can see. We've got loads of moss which I put around there and mushrooms, so hopefully it's all going to spread and go nice. Got loads of crevices for all the little animals and creatures. Got this, and then we've got this flower here that we bought from the garden centre, but it's getting smothered with the bindweed. Oh, look at that. A piece of grass is growing inside that mud. That is crazy. So yeah, I made that little island so I could grow that because I thought it was a pond plant. Turned out it wasn't actually a pond plant. It needs to be on the side. But yeah, this is going pretty well. It's one of my favourite areas. Some stuff does need moving around. Like on here, these plants really don't like it up here because they're in direct sun. But it does attract a lot of wildlife. Like these bees. This is my comfrey area. So not only does it look nice for the wild area, but you can use it as well for fertiliser. Look at all the bees. The bees absolutely love this, by the way. There are so many bees all over this. You can just see how many there are. There are so many. But yeah, as I was saying, I want to move these 3 plants because they don't like it in direct sunlight. You can see they're even starting to seed to try and survive. So we're going to get them moved and put something else that kind of likes the sunlight a little bit better. There's a lot of weeds in here as well, like these thistles that I don't really like. But I mean, I guess it is a wild area, so I'm letting everything go a little bit wild. This plant here we got from the garden centre last year. That held up really well, actually. It's done really well. It looked really nice as well. But yeah, we got the main pond, as I like to call it. And if we just have a look just there, the frogs do like it in there as well. Look at that. Little froggy poking his head out. It took a while for the frogs to start coming, but eventually they started to come. Look at him poking his head out. They like it under that bridge. I sort of noticed. There are some caves and stuff behind here, but it's all just been overgrown with all the plants that are left in. So that's all right. It's done pretty well. Oh, we're quite zoomed in. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this area. It's gone pretty well. Obviously, you just have to keep weeding certain areas because we don't want bindweed growing everywhere. Like, look, underneath this bindweed, we've got some lovely house leeks. But the bindweed just keeps coming and coming and coming. Very annoying. In this bed next to the ponds, we've basically got flowers. Got some nice ones down there. Got some that Danielle put in not too long ago. They'll pick up soon. Basically some weeds and then some rhubarb, just stuff that I didn't harvest. And obviously more bindweed, blooming bindweed. But yeah, I'm just gonna let this die off now because I did move this. So I didn't harvest it because I moved it. But it picked up really well actually. Way better than I expected. So I've got a nice little rhubarb area there as well. That's the wild area. I always end up weeding and then leaving loads of weeds on the path as well, which is one of my bad habits, but looking pretty good. Now back to these beds. We've got the dwarf purple beans. We've got these stringed up. Nicely done by Danielle. In here we've got some stray potatoes, which I didn't plant, and also some spring onions in the middle. And over there we've got a sunflower that I didn't plant, but I'm just letting it grow. I think that'll be super cool. Just needs a little bit of weeding as well. Danielle's just weeded this bed, and she's got some custard white patty pans in from Seedcraft. There's the label. And we've got two going into each other. Hopefully that will just fill out that bed nicely. Nice little bit of a border to keep them in line as well. Polytunnel time. Oh, nearly ripped the door off. Let's have a look. So we've got melons. We've got some melons this year. Got 1, 2, 3. These three, I actually forgot what variety they are. I'm not sure, but them two melons over there, they're cantaloupe melons. And then over here we've got tea plant. It's picked up again. This, I think I'm going to repot this because it just really doesn't like it. And yeah, I think if we repot it, probably do a little bit better. But it's not died. And it keeps coming and going. And then here we've got loads of peppers, but also, oh, this one's been stripped. Oh yeah. Whoa. What is stripping them? There's got to be a caterpillar or something on that, right? That one's been stripped, but the rest of them are holding up quite good. Got quite a lot of good growth on them as well. This one's been a bit damaged. Got to be some kind of caterpillar or something. So yeah, hopefully they survive before we get some fruit. Then I've got another row, well, 2 rows of peppers. These were in a bit later, so they're a little bit smaller. But down this end, these 3 are red pointy peppers. And then I've got a few more to go in, which I've not done yet. In this container, we've got sweet potatoes, which are looking pretty good. And then around here, you have to excuse the mess. We've got even more sweet potatoes. A few weeds in here. This bed's quite easy to keep on top of regarding the weeds. Got some nettles. Ugh. Need to get out. They can spread like crazy. This one's wanting to go over there. Just have to get the weeds out around it. But yeah, more sweet potatoes. I decided to do some in the ground and some in the tub, just to see what works better, really. And then the rest of the stuff in here is basically what I've left in for seeds. So beetroots I've left in for seeds, and also some leeks that I've left in for seeds. Got to be careful that these don't start seeding everywhere though. Oh, we're really zoomed in there. Yeah, got to be careful these don't start seeding everywhere. So I'm going to get a bag on this. I think I mentioned that last video. Then on my floating shelf, I've just got some potatoes that I'm getting in late, because these are blight resistant ones. They should do all right. In this pot, we've got some miserable looking strawberries. The problem what I find is with putting strawberries in a pot is they get dry really, really fast. Now, even you can water them. You can water them a lot. And because they're in the polytunnel as well, they get dry so fast. So, I mean, I might try and save some of these and move them on. Don't think I'm going to do a pot next year. If anything, I'll do hanging baskets. But, yeah, it's just too hard to keep moist all the time. It just gets so dry in the pot. It's just hard to keep it moist. So, next to the patty pans, we've got the archway. The archway held up pretty good. At one point, it was growing, but, yeah, it stopped growing now, which kind of I'm happy about in a way, because I've got all stuff growing up it. We've got tomatoes, cucumber. I think we're going to get some sunflowers in there. And then we've got all beans, rudder beans on the other side. Looking pretty good. And we've also got some weeds. Oh, there's Danielle with the sunflowers now.
Raining.
Yep, just started to rain. So I'd have to make a move. So right here, we've got the fruit and the flower area. These are fruit bushes in the flower area as well. We've got flowers all around, but a lot of weeds have picked up, so I could do with giving this a good weed, but it's better than some areas, believe it or not. We've got gooseberries, golden raspberries, loganberries, which we might have a few of them today. We've got some more raspberries. There's honeyberries inside here, which I can actually see some honeyberries growing. Let's get a closer look at these. So I've never seen these before. Don't know what stage they're edible, or if they will be edible. I'm sure there will be. Very sour. Very sour and bitter. That almost tastes like poison. We got them from Asda, so I'm pretty sure Asda wouldn't sell poisonous fruit bushes, right? But they taste horrible. I'm not gonna lie, they taste horrible. But yeah, the raspberry bushes took over the honeyberry bush, as well as the weeds. That is the worst thing I've put in my mouth down this allotment, as far as food goes. I don't often put things in my mouth down the allotment, but that's disgusting. It's like really, really bitter and horrible. I'm gonna have to have a little research on that, because I'm a little bit worried now. But yeah, let's continue. Right here in these boxes, we've got my carrot beds. These carrots are doing quite well, actually. Pretty happy with how these have turned out, because they were struggling at first, but they've managed to pick up. There's obviously some weeds in there, but yeah, they've really picked up. I think by looking at these could be horseradish roots growing through. They do look like horseradish leaves. But because I actually had this soil and I used it as the horseradish before, that looks like a sunflower. So don't know what that is, but I'm going to pull it out either way. But yeah, it's pretty good. Really happy with how these have turned out in the end. And then I've done another carrot bed here. These ones I was struggling really badly with the weeds on, but then I came up with this. Well, I got given this technique from my allotment neighbour over there. Basically, you put these egg boxes down, put holes in it, and then you put a seed in each one, and it gives them the perfect spacing, and it also compresses the weeds. So yeah, really happy with them. I think they're definitely carrots. Just got to watch them grow. And obviously I've done them at different stages, so we get different harvests at different times. Right in front of the fruit and flower area, we have got another flower bed actually. These are really picking up nicely now. Calendula, and what's the other one, babe? Nigella, I always forget that. And we've got all these as well. Some of these are self-seeded parsnips. A lot of this is weeding, so could do with a good weed, but these are going to flower soon as well. And we think these are the ones that Danielle put in last year, but they didn't flower. Look at that. They are beautiful. Got lavender, mint. Looking good. On this section, of course, we've got loads more weeds. But also, this is like a flower area. Some of the flowers are dying off now, unfortunately. This was really nice when it was blooming. We've only got this one blooming in here. Look how nice that looks. Really nice. And that's gone quite big as well, actually. We've got another strawberry bed with a load of strawberries in. Could do with another weed as well, actually. Over here, this is just a bed that I'm going to use. I'm probably going to cover it because I'm going to put potatoes in here at some point, but just not yet. Going in a little bit later. Danielle's got a ladybird on her. Next to this area, we've got one of my no-dig beds. This one, and this one. These three are no-dig. I've got courgettes in all of here. So yellow courgette, normal courgette, and then some bull courgettes. I'm hoping these pick up a little bit soon. That one's been in for so long. Seems to be picking up a little bit now. But yeah, there's all the courgettes. Behind me here, actually, we've got a couple of mints. We've got the apple mint, which smells obviously of apple, and that's come back again. I thought that weren't going to come back. We've got them in the pallet planters. Then we've got a pot here, which we really need to get out somewhere, but this is pepper, kind of like a pepperminty smell. It's really nice. But you can see the sheer difference in size, because there's a lot packed in there. But this one, look how big they are. It's huge. Over here, bit of a mess, but we've got the composting area. I've got a full bay there. This bay is basically ready to have out. Obviously, it's not got up to a lot of heat, so there's a lot of stuff growing in there still, but it's okay. We've even got some potatoes growing in there, so we may even get a little bonus harvest from them. But this is quite good stuff, to be honest. It's pretty decent when I sieve it out. I sieve some of it out and actually put it on there, so it's good. But the only thing is, you can see all the weeds that like to grow out of it, because the seeds didn't get hot enough, so they didn't burn out, unfortunately. So the next no-dig bed is actually pretty ram-packed full. We've got some celeriacs. These are going to seed, but I thought I'd leave them in, obviously, so I can get some seed, save a little bit of monies. We've got some other celeriacs right there, and actually over there as well. They've only recently gone in, so hopefully they'll pick up soon. Next to the celeriac, we've got pak choy, which is covered in flea beetles. I don't think we're going to get any harvest from these. These are basically just a sacrificial crop. I don't care if they eat these at this point. I'll have to get some more in. Pretty fast growing crop, pak choy, so yeah, I'm not too worried. And next to that, we've got spinach, which actually we can probably get a few bits harvested off these. Quite packed in as well, but yeah, these are picked up really nice. We've obviously had some damages around here, which is unfortunate, but it happens. And here we've got some radishes from Seedcraft, which I've not looked at in quite some time, but let's have a little look. Oh, they're not looking bad. They can actually get a lot bigger than this, actually, so probably, oh, a little bit of rot in there, actually. Let's have another one out, see if we can see a nice size one. I think I was supposed to thin these out at some point, but you can just thin them out as you pull them, so try and find a nice decent one. Here's one over here. Oh, the end snapped off, but that's still good. Yeah, that's a lot better, that one. Really nice variety this is. Really nice. I've got a couple there. Probably end up composting that one for the damage. Never mind. That one's good. Like I said, I need to thin these out a little bit. Next to this, we got some, I think this is Tom Thumb lettuce, which is really quite nice and green. Probably have a harvest of this today as well, actually. It's looking good, really good. As you can see, massive mole hole next to my lettuce, which is not good. There's also another mole hole here, which is completely took out one of my celeriacs. Massive moles. I think it's come from there to there to there to there, so it's obviously come across and kept popping up on my beds. Didn't have this problem last year. I mean, I had it up there a little bit, but not like this. Never mind. We've got some parsnips from Seedcraft. These have actually gone really well as well. I'm happy with that. In the middle, we've got beetroots. And then we've got some red lettuce here as well, which we've got to have a harvest of that today, for sure. We've already had loads off that as well. Then we've got some more Tom Thumb lettuce along the sides, which is looking good. Now on the last no-dig bed, we've got more parsnips. These are some of the seeds that I collected last year, so I'm quite happy that these even grew, to be honest. Really quite happy. Don't know what that is, probably a weed, but it looks like it's going to flower at some point. A few weeds in here, more parsnips. We've got a few flowers that have obviously seeded over here as well. The nigellas, I think they are. And then we've got beetroots all over there. Not really seen the size of the beetroots yet. Let's have a little look. See if they've picked up. Not quite picked up yet. Don't know what that is actually. That is supposed to be a beetroot, but as you can see, it's a completely different colour. Is that a weed? I have no idea. Some of them are picking up. I can see some little bumps coming, which is quite good. So we'll have a nice amount of beetroots coming out soon. Again, it does need a really good weed, this whole thing. But yeah, I've got celeriac there. I had McCorlick's in here, which we had a good harvest of. And we've got some elephant garlic in there. I left the net off now so they could just stretch up again, because you can see I had a net on and they were bending them. So over this side, got the herb gardens, and this year these have picked up like crazy. Like absolutely crazy. These were so small last year. Look at that. Oh my days, this is crazy. This is a crazy bush now. And we've got 3 different bushes in there. I think it's oregano, sage, and something else. Danielle knows what these are for sure, but they've just gone crazy. So the herb garden's done well. Obviously the bees like it as well, which is good. A few weeds here and there, but that's okay. Calendula, I think this is. Or lemon balm, one of the two. I think this is lemon balm, that's calendula. I think, again, Danielle knows these ones. These are Danielle's beds. They've been quite productive, to be honest. So I'm sure she'll be drying out some of this stuff and getting a good harvest from it. Now these two were my raised beds that I were topping up and doing the whole horticulture method in. The reason I'll let it get like this is because you might have seen the video back a while back, but I actually filled these up with brambles, and everyone told me no, don't do that because you're going to get brambles growing. Now in this bed we've seen, I think we've got away with it, and we've not had many brambles growing in here. But the other day I did notice in this specific bed, have a look down here, look, it did actually start growing. How crazy is that? And they're a right pain to get out, so I'll just snap that. I'm gonna have to dig out there. I'll put that back there so I know where to dig, but oh, a little bit of a mushroom down there. That's a funny one. But yeah, so I wanted to leave it in just so I know. Look, like there's a massive bramble in there. That is definitely a bramble. Oh no. Oh. That is probably where that has sprung from, actually. Look at that. And I thought that was going to die down. But obviously, it's just going to grow. It's a good job. Really, that I got told before it was too late. I'm going to compost over these and we would have some real bad problems. But yeah, soon enough we'll compost these. And not only that, I did have surgery as well, so can't really do much digging. Should be able to top these up soon. But I'll go through them, just double check the brambles are out. And we'll go from there. I've covered this area with the cardboard. Obviously we're going to have another raised bed in here, but I figured while I'm not using it, let's get it covered. Horse manure in the bag still. We've got some peas that did survive. I thought all of these peas were going to die, every single one of them, but they didn't. They actually started picking up, so that's pretty good. The rest of it's just weeds. I'll probably cover the rest of that bed and keep that as it is. We'll get a few peas, not very many, but you can see there's still some growing on it. Again, I thought all of these died anyway, so I'm happy about that. That's just a bonus. Opposite the herb garden, we've got some more weeds. These are not just weeds though, these are brassicas as well. The green broccolis. They seem to like it in this kind of cage last year, so I moved it and put it here. But I'll definitely got to get some weeding done on this for sure. There's a few potatoes in there as well, as you can see. Yeah, definitely got to do some weeding in there. And I think there's another, yeah, look, mole. Well, there's quite a few mole holes if you look closer. There's one there, one there. The moles are really going at it this year. All in there, so I'll get that done. More mole holes. It seems that they've come down here, across to there, across to there, across to there, across to under there, to over there, to over there, to over there. Next to this brassica bed, we have got the Jerusalem artichoke bed. These are going to be flowering at some point, I believe. They're doing really well, picking up really well. And we've got the blooming bindweed going around this one. Let's get it out from the bottom. There we go. I have weeded this one, just got to move the weeds. Done all right. Bit of suppression on that side as well, because I'm not using that bit just yet, but I will be. And then as we turn here, we've got my two brassica beds. More green broccoli in the middle, and then we've got Savoy cabbages on the end. Now these were badly hit by the flea beetles, but we managed to get them back. So I'm really chuffed, because I thought I was going to lose all of them. But yeah, they're done well, really have. And I've weeded it now as well. This one's got marigolds in, that one's not. I have got some marigolds to go in there actually, so I'll get some marigolds in there as well. Another brassica bed this side. This is the purple sprouting broccoli. Again, we've had some sprouting. Oh, can't really see. There you go, we've had some sprouting right there again. I'm not sure what causes that. Maybe I got it in a little bit early, or I don't know, maybe they were stressed. But there's that bed. It's quite a good one as well. Keeps stuff out. Pretty easy to make. Down here, we got the potato patch. We got main crops. At least I think these are main crops, but these ones are flowering already. I did get them all in at the same time though, so I'm not sure. Yeah, main crops, second earlies, and first earlies. These ones seem to be struggling a little bit, but should have a decent amount of potatoes, I would say, to be honest. We'll probably have a go at getting some out soon, to be honest. They're looking good, healthy, I think. And then lastly, we got this polytunnel, and inside here is where all my tomatoes are this year. Kept them out in my greenhouse to get a little bit more space. Picking up now, so they're looking nice. This side specifically picking up a lot. Got some strange phenomenons happening on the leaves right here. But yeah, these are really growing. Every time I come in here, I've got to do a little bit more twisting on the vine. Oh, get that twisted around. But yeah, that is my tomatoes. I plan to get some peppers in here as well, but I'm thinking maybe I'll put them in the other polytunnel. I think I've got enough room. It's looking good. No, I do say it's looking good, but as I've been doing this video, I've realised just how messy this allotment is at the minute. Now, I don't know, some people might say it's not so messy, but for me, I think it's a little bit messy. Recently, I've been so busy. I mean, I'm not going to make excuses. It's just a little bit messy. I think I just need a good day, good tidy up, start from one end, get down to the other end. I've not had any really good days down here recently. It's an hour here, an hour there. So I think a good day down here and we can get everything sorted. But, I mean, it's all right. It's very productive. It might be messy, but it's very productive, which is the main thing. Everything's going really well. Everything's growing. And hopefully we'll have some good harvests. We're definitely going to get some harvest today, I think. So we'll have a look around, see what we can get. Some of that lettuce, some berries and stuff like that. So yeah, there we go. There's my June allotment tour. I've actually not done in the greenhouse, but I guess, well, there's not much going on in the greenhouse apart from, I'll show you. We've got 2 stripy tomato plants. These are really gone massive. They do like it here. Marigold in front, and then we've got jalapeno plant right here. I'm thinking about putting that in the ground soon, actually. But then everything else is just, oh, got a Danielle right there. Everything else is clearing out, which is a good sign. This was so full, and at one point I thought, oh, I need to start getting stuff out. Got stuff out, got on top of things. We've got a little Eddie hiding under the seats. The last thing I'll show you is the Scotch bonnets. These are picked up a bit now. I think I'm going to put one of these in the ground and keep one of them in a pot. Do a little bit of an experiment. There we go.